on the 4th floor maybe.
Yeah, but we're just glad that we're out.
And so you were inside the campus there. I mean, what was going through your mind when this was all happening?
I've been in a lockdown before, so I was mainly just worried about all the people who I was with, making sure that everyone who I knew that was a business major was safe and at home or safe and in lockdown. Just basically frantically texting all of my friends who were on campus, making sure that they knew where they were, that they were safe.
And we just got a notice that the suspect has actually been detained on campus.
Okay. Giving me a breath of relief.
Were you in that business building?
We weren't. We were next door.
Were you hearing from anybody else, if anybody being shot or anything like that?
We didn't hear that anyone got shot. We did hear the gunshots, though. I know at least one of my friends, she was in the business building, just ran out, hopped fences, got to a car as fast as possible.
And did she say how many shots she heard, or how many shots did you hear?
We heard at least 4.
Yeah.
4 shots.
That was all we heard, but there was most likely more, I'd say.
So people were getting that text message about an active shooter here on campus. I mean, is that what happened to you at first, or were you told by faculty in the classroom?
We were told there was somebody.
We were told by a friend.
Yeah, I heard somebody. We were in a big building. We had a bunch of presentations going on today, and we were in a ballroom, and I first heard from somebody there, and then somebody in that room gave an announcement, and then I got the text, and then we just kept getting updates from UNLV, which I commend them. They did a great job letting us know where it was and where to how to stay safe and avoid it.
So, I mean, you still have friends on campus, everyone out, you know?
Not everyone's out. I know student union.
Right now, we're talking to students right now at UNLV. We're going to listen in. They tell us that they were in lockdown mode and they were able to get out for the most part. But listen to this.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you taking time.
Ladies, can you talk to us as well? You guys were inside UNLV. What's the thought process when you hear that there was an active shooter situation there at your school?
Get down, make sure you're safe, make sure everyone else is safe.
And try and reach out to family and friends, make sure they know we're all okay too.
And where exactly were you all at when you guys heard about this active shooters?
We were
next door.
We were directly next door.
And then police just said you had to get out as fast as possible.
So we heard loud shouting. Immediate panic. Everyone dropped down to the floor, loud shouting, until they told us, "Hey, it's cops." No one told us that it was cops at the very beginning. We just knew that there were people. So they evacuated us out. Men
About
with
30
armed
minutes
guns.
after, we were about in lockdown for about 30 minutes until we got evacuated.
And you guys were in classes doing a class presentation, you were saying?
Yeah.
We were, yeah.
What's
About
going through your mind?
200 of us.
200.
Yeah, it was a bunch of poster boards kind of around a ballroom on the 2nd floor. So it felt like a large target, and it was kind of a little overwhelming thinking if they got in.
90% windows. Not a lot of wall to hide behind. So that was quite concerning.
And that's kind of what you want to avoid, but we had no other option.
Yeah.
What's the feeling right now?
Relief.
Happy that he is. I think we heard that he's detained. Happy that he's detained. Not sure if is a second shooter or not. Hopefully that one's detained as well. We're just glad to be out of it. Glad to be on our way home.
Seeing the cops go the other direction makes it feel a little better that they're not here anymore.
Thank you, ladies, so much. We're glad that you're safe. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, Latoya, as you just heard, these ladies, these students were just in class doing a presentation, and all of a sudden they just had a shelter in place. A lot of activity going on right here on Rochelle and Maryland Parkway. When we last saw you at the top of the noon, I saw nonstop police vehicles zoom down Maryland Parkway there at sunrise. And as you can see right now, the road here on Maryland Parkway is closed down, shut. We've seen police with heavy artillery coming out of the woodwork. As you can see, this brother right here on my right is coming as well. We've seen tankers and other police mobile command units come down and zoom down here on Maryland Parkway. They have shut off Maryland Parkway right here at Rochelle and Maryland, not letting anyone through. So this is the very latest. And as you can hear, those students there extremely scared, but thankfully they are okay. That is the very latest here at Maryland and Rochelle. We'll send it back to you in the studio. Hey, hey, hey. Wow, Brett is on campus.
Damn.
He's like sheltering in place. Yeah. Boss man, how you doing? Are you feeling? I see that you have your shoes off. What's going on? Okay.
I'm actually headed to
Gosh, were you at UNLV? Dude, when everything was going down? What's the hey Brad? Brad!
Do you mind if I don't record?
Oh, no problem. What can you never mind. What can you tell me? What can you do?
So I was in student union. So shooting started in the BH building, and I was in a room. There was a carpet.
Yeah.
So I had my shoes off, right? And I had my stuff next to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't want to leave. Some guy actually, I tried leaving, and some guy was like, you gotta find some place to put stuff. Like, you can't leave. Like, it's better if you stay somewhere. And the room that I was in, actually, the door locked, and so I have access to the key card. So But he was like, you gotta go find a place. So I got back inside the room. I had it behind a podium.
Yeah.
And then I heard like yelling on the first floor of the SU. And then, so that's a different building, right? And then so they had a report that they were shooting in the city. And so I'm in the city, on the second floor. I hear yelling on the first floor. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I stand there, and I hear people like, hands up in a different room next to me. And so I'm like, oh, they're gonna come in here next or something like that. So then they came in. I had my phone in my hand. So I said, hands up. I can't, put my phone in my pocket or something like that, right? So I didn't have my phone on me, but I managed to call someone. And I was like, so I don't have my phone on me, and so I actually talked to a police officer. I was like, oh, when can I get my stuff back? In terms of like, I need to let people know that I was texting people while I was in there, like, hey, I'm still okay, like all this stuff. And then he was like, oh, there's homicide, like, don't worry about your stuff, obviously there's bigger things. And I'm like, no, I meant like, I need my stuff to contact people I know, right? And so, now, like, I was texting with maybe 5 or 6 people at the same time, and now I was able to get in contact with my brother, and I was like, let my mom know at least. Now my friends who are like, I have a friend at like USC, for example. I have a friend who's not on campus today because she's in Wisconsin. So I'm like texting like, hey, like, I'm okay right now, like, don't worry. Like, I'm in the building, but I'm still safe, like, don't worry. But now I'm kind of like, it looked like I went silent, right? And so now I don't even know. They're gonna worry about me.
Well, you're okay.
Yeah, my family knows I'm okay.
But your shoes are gone. You were on the second floor, and somebody was saying hands up, and you just tried to shelter in place. I'm glad you said, brother. Yeah, no problem. Where are you headed to now?
So there's a police officer told me that there's I can't remember over here. So that's where I'm assuming I'm looking at some more students I know over there, but I don't really know if it's interesting because I was in the building, one of the shooters was in there, right? And so there's no one else there with me because everyone left the building.
Right, okay.
And so I don't know where anyone
else
is.
And that was all happening on the first floor. Were you hearing gunfire?
Yeah. But I couldn't tell if it was like from outside or from inside.
Okay.
Because the doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
First floor.
Well, go get some. Maybe the church has some shoes.
Yeah, I mean it's not too. I'm just worried about like slipping like a nail or something.
Yeah,
like that,
absolutely.
At this point, like, I was walking, I was like, oh, there's some stuff on the floor around here. Like, I gotta watch out.
Right.
But I'm assuming they're not open. Like, they probably close up stuff because everything's going on. I would assume, right? So.
Well, it would be the next place to shelter in place.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, brother. Well, we're glad that you're safe, bro.
Stay safe.
You too, bro. Hey. Hey, Brad, you want to get off? Yeah. Maybe we Hey Brandon, we're glad that you're safe. Was everybody in the student union at the time, or? Okay, in the art building. Did you guys, by chance, maybe heard what was happening, or what was going down, or you guys are just still lost of what's going on? Okay. Gotcha. You know that's an active shooter? Gotcha. Okay. And he is deceased. Okay. No problem. No problem. We got my man right here. He was like, he had, he was in the second floor of the church. Well, we were near Sunrise Hospital, Dana, and we just saw while we were getting ready to go live with our other story that we just saw police vehicles whiz behind us. Right now, we are currently here at the University Church at United Methodist across the street from UNLV. As you can see, some of the students here who they say that they were in the art building when all of this happened, and they were told to shelter in place. The brother right there without socks right there. I want you to zoom in right there on Brad. This brother right here was actually on the second floor of the student union when everything was happening. People were telling him, hey, you want to stay inside, shelter in place. He was texting his family and telling his family, hey, I am okay. But he lost his shoes in the mix as he was trying to escape the student union. So that's currently what's happening on the ground. He didn't want to go on camera to talk to us, but he did mention that to me off camera. But this is currently the scene right now as people look on, as students look on at UNLV, as we can see that police presence is still incredibly huge out here right now on Maryland Parkway at University right now. But police, we've seen police go up to students, talk to them, see and get some type of understanding or a better understanding of what's happening. I know that you guys just mentioned that someone is deceased, so that is good news. But we do know that as far as the active shooter, I should say, but we do know right here as we take another picture of these students here. These folks were in the art building and they were managed to escape this active shooter situation. So we'll send it back to you. No. Well, what I can tell you right now, as far as the sense goes, when we were talking to those students before, when me and LaToya were talking earlier on, they did mention a possible a second shooter. That's what one of the students mentioned. As of right now, things have calmed down significantly since we last spoke to you all. So no, I do not get the sense that there is a second shooter out there. But of course, a lot of things unconfirmed at this point. We're working with police and trying to get more information. We'll be sure to inform you when we do. Hopefully we can talk to some of these church members. Evidently they're helping some of these students here with their situation as of right now.
been contained. The status is of those victims. Police have said there are a number of victims. Again, we don't know any more details.
They're wanting a static shot. You got this right here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're up. We've been up.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, so just be aware that we're streaming because everyone's watching. So just be aware that we're streaming, and wanted to let you know that.
Okay, cool. I was just trying
to stay up, yeah, because we're just streaming for everyone right now. So just let Brad know not to be shooting feet and all that if we don't have to. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Much of a police presence, at least from this location. So we are getting video from the scene.
Excuse me, I need to get here.
Not able to talk to him, but as you can see, police are, it looks like they are expanding their crime scene as of right now. The police officer just told me to move, but it appeared like those students who just walked down here on University Avenue they appear to be okay, all right. But as of right now, was not able to talk to those students, but they look like they were all right. Yeah, I'm on this line. What's up? A lot of stuff over there. Hey, sir, how are you?
I work for Shelter. I'm one of the Nightside editors. Oh, Shelter? Yeah. I work with Don a lot.
Gosh,
and all the Nightside producers.
He's one of the editors. One of the editors.
Yeah, but yeah, crazy shit.
Great. Dude, I'm glad you're okay.
My buddy Matt just today, you were locked in the highway. We barricaded the door. We were seeing people running back and forth.
Okay.
So if you want to talk to him, I'm sure he'd be down too.
Okay. Wow. I mean, we got Brett in there.
Yeah, I saw his tweets.
Yeah, and he's on it. Yeah, he's
I can't believe it, man.
How do you spell his last name?
So it is F-E-L.
and he doesn't work with, and he's not.
No, he's just a student.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And where was both of y'all were in the same?
So the building with the giant UNLV sign, that's where we were.
Okay.
It's right next to the student union. And
Gotcha.
it's right across from BEH where
Okay.
the original shooting was supposed to take place.
Wow.
These are students of tomorrow, people that are willing to commit to become better citizens and become better people. And it just sucks because now, are they even gonna come back? People are scared. Like I know I have a couple friends that already left campus, that they're gonna stay on campus, and they're not coming back to campus until next semester most likely. Like how is next semester gonna go? Like this puts a gloom on a campus and on the students. Like now we have to try to fight back from this, and it's just sad. It's just super sad. And what? And knowing how to barricade a door, thank God we did, because if we didn't, the door was wide open.
So you sheltered in place while this was going on?
Yes, we sheltered in place.
What did you hear or see?
So what we saw was just cops going in. We saw a bunch of cops lined up going in, some in threes, some in multiple pairs, moving towards the student union, because we were told that the shooter was right in the student union area section. That's literally one building over from us. So we were really nervous, so we barricaded all up and just I started watching the windows with a couple other kids to just see what we could see, and we saw students running out in single file lines with their hands up, scared, and we saw officers going in little groups. So that's about all I saw, sir.
So you saw that out through the windows?
Yes, sir. Through the windows.
Did you hear or see any shooting?
So we did not. We did not. Thank gosh.
Did you hear or see a shooter?
No, thank gosh. Thank gosh. We only looked through the windows for a couple minutes because we did not want to have to keep looking through, because we were nervous if he could shoot up there or not, and our teacher was advising us not to do that. So, but we did hear a bunch of cops coming in, and we didn't know what to do, so we just stayed away from the door. So,
Matthew, how many people were in your class at the time?
Just asking how many people were with Matthew at junior grade UNLV talking about what happened.
12 to 13.
And you sheltered in place in your classroom with your professor?
Yes, sheltered right in place.
And that's a journalism class?
Yes, it was a journalism class. It's kind of funny how I'm talking to you guys.
Well, it's how it goes. Did you see or Did you see anyone injured?
No, thank gosh, no. Police, I think, had already taken care of that. They moved us out in a good manner to where we didn't really have to see much. Kind of moved us out fast and quickly, too, so we weren't trying to see much, I'm guessing. But, yeah, there was all I saw was a bunch of police presence on the campus. Like, this is the most police I've ever seen. So I'm glad to know that they're here, and I'm glad to know that they care. So.
When you look at this and the police presence here, what's going through your mind?
Just, sadness that this is happening, but happiness that they've gotten here so fast. It seems like they were on campus right as it started because the police, we have a really good response, I feel like, ever since our last shooting that we had here in Vegas. So I'm actually very happy to see all of these police officers and all these officers moving on to campus and trying to make a difference. We don't know exactly what's going on until after when they give debriefs on what they did and all that, but as of just a first look and glance, it's nice just to know that we have these many officers here willing to protect us.
Have you talked to anybody else that saw anything else here on campus?
So no, but I've talked to some friends that have friends that were in the building, and they said that they've just heard rounds going off, just rounds, and someone said that he was on the third floor with them at one time, so they were super nervous. Just seeing a bunch of text messages from friends that were in my class, so it's just super nervous. Hearing all these things, like you just don't know what to do. You just you're calling your family, you're calling people, you're texting your friends, like, hey, I love you guys. I don't know what's happening, like, because he could burst through the door any minute. And the timely updates, like there were only other, like I feel like there were like 10 every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, or maybe just because my phone wasn't getting it. But like we gotta have updates like every 5 minutes for this kind of stuff. Like we're scared, we're super scared. There's gotta be someone updating us, hey, shooter's still here, don't worry, shooter moved, like every couple minutes, just so students can be safe, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's about all I saw.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Matthew.
What's next for you?
Next for me is I have class tomorrow, we have a show tomorrow, and I don't know, like it's scary. You don't know what's next. You don't, like I don't know if I'm going back to class tomorrow, and even if I go back to class tomorrow, what's it gonna be like? Do people even want to be here? Like, are people gonna want to even be on a college campus like this right now? Like, or am I gonna have to? Or thank gosh, it's near the end of the semester, so we can have a month off for people to recover, and hopefully we can grieve about this and come together as a community to get past this and go into next semester. But I don't know. I'm super nervous. I'm nervous about next semester. I'm nervous.
I overheard you earlier say you really
yeah. Tell my mom. Scared. Get the safety. Get the safety of my grandma, safety of my brother, that they love me more than anything, that we're gonna be okay. That's everything.
I didn't know you were over it. Yeah. So when do you come in? I'm there at 3 o'clock.
Really? So I
come in
because I'm a full-time student too. So my shifts usually start at like 3 o'clock. Just because that's when I can get off class and get over to the office.
Yeah, I come in at 4.
I've been there.
I'm a morning reporter.
Oh, I'm night side. So 2:30 to 11:30 p.m.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
No, so I work with.
Oh, you gotta go to work today?
I don't. I'm actually off today.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, I don't know if I'd be going into work today.
Cool.